July. Beautiful snow and a beautiful view. And then your treat is when you sit in the seats in the right field side or first base side, upper or lower level, I don't care, and then sat empty, so relatively easy. Now last week, since the season ended, a week ago Sunday, we aerated this beautiful grass. We fertilized it again, and they're basically grass. And 10 inches under that grass, we have the grass that comes in. And down at the bottom of that, where the root system pushes down to, is that system of heating cables that I talked about, and how much cold weather we've had. And once it does green, then we go that cycle again above. Now, what makes it such a good view is the windows, number one. And you say, well, boy, I wouldn't want to school or whatever, because you just take a rag, that's a grease pencil, and wipe that right off, and 2 days later put the name of the next listing of players. They do receive a listing the day before the team comes in. It's sent usually by the manager. Band-aids and needle and thread to take care of that. A rubberized track might be a different story. You might injure yourself, be on the DL umpires. Walking over this direction, our dugouts are the same size. They're 75 feet long. The basic difference between the two dugouts, this is over there, our rockers here, is the additional benches that you see right here at the front. This was an afterthought. Now my young lady's sitting on the lower part of the bench there. Others may sit on the upper part of the bench. But the view of the game is not real good because we use this protective railing right here. Now I think I agree with the players. They would not give up this protective railing for a better view. And a lot of dugouts are open. You're seeing that in the playoff games. Open at the stadium and all. And people fall down into those, going after a ball or whatever. So I like this idea. So what the Rockies did was add the benches here at the front. This is nice to sit on this, lean against the railing, and watch the game from here. One thing that would invite you to sit on the benches at the back, either dugout, is if the weather is so cold and we're trying to play a game here, because our benches are heated. You see the system between the backs and the bottom. That's a hot water exterior system. So when it's cold, those benches are very nicely warm. So you come in after a long time out in the outfield, not much activity, feels pretty good. You warm your backside or your feet by sitting the way those are sitting now. We also changed the flooring of the dugout. The dugout used to be wood, just like your benches, but it was harder than the dickens to keep clean because we give these guys stuff to munch on. Bubble gum, bazooka bubble gum, 4 or 5 pieces in their mouth for that big old wad. Pumpkin seeds, sunflower seeds, Jolly Rancher candies, Tootsie Rolls, all easier for us to take care of. The bullpen phones are on the back right next to this gentleman. The hotline is right next to him. Now it has a lot of wear on it, so you shouldn't have a time deciding which phone is which. Hotline is right by him. That's our contact very quickly to the bullpen out in right field to get that pitcher in here. Warning track we talked about. Grass we've talked about. One thing we didn't is the base paths. That's called the skin of the diamond. That's also a clay mixture. We have a semi-arid climate here, so with that clay, we also mix another product called turfus. It looks a lot like kitty litter. It's a granule, it's clay, it's highly absorbent, and it's relatively dust-free. So we get the right balance of those two materials, and that makes our base paths. When you're looking out to our field right here, you do not see a crown for... You're very welcome. Nancy will take you up through the seating bowl, and we'll get you on your way.
うんだよ傷つけずねぐんだよそれがうまく生きる秘訣で人類は醜くても人生は儚くても愛し合える時を待つのかい無駄なんじゃない大人げない知っちゃいながら最高夢はなくとも希望はなくとも目の前の遥かな道をやがてどっかで光を差すだろうその日まで魂は